Hey, let's play. Welcome back to more World of Hockey, season 14. As you know, we got bumped early from the playoffs last spring, if you want to say. By who was it again? Was it London? No, it was London. Okay, it wasn't early. It was in the late rounds. My bad. World Finals. For some reason, I thought we got bounced in the first round. Oh yeah, that's because we did the original recording where we got eliminated in the first round. That's why. Then they lost to Halifax in the finals. So on this episode, we got to sign Serge, I'm pretty sure. Either Serge or Pascal, whatever. Probably Pascal, I think it was. I don't think there is a franchise player in the draft, thank God. But we'll look anyways to be on the safe side. No, just a bunch of elites. Okay, so that's good. That's fine. Okay, so almost positive we don't have a first-round pick. Pretty sure we don't have a second-round pick either. Might not even have a third-round pick. So, we're just going to go ahead and take a look to see where we're picking. Got rid of a lot of picks, apparently. There we are. We're picking in the 4th round. I'm just going to go ahead and look in the draft class. I just want to see if there's any, people that we could trade up to get, perhaps, the 3rd round or something. Probably have a couple franchise goalies. Franchise goalie at 50, that'd be a 2nd-round pick. So that's not going to happen. I'm not going to bother trying to get a 2nd-round pick for him, but he's probably going to be really good. Connor Sidhu. We'll check out gems and busts and see if there's any. There's a lot of gems, mid-round gems, mainly a couple 2nd-round gems, it seems. Then in the 3rd round as well for Bobkov and Dice. I think Bobkov would be a real good one at 70, pick 70. So that would be this would be 60 something. So let's try for Italy's pick here. I might sweeten the deal. Yeah, there we go. So we'll grab Bobkov with that 3rd pick. That'll be our 1st pick. So we'll send to that. He should still be there. It said he was listening in the 70s, so I imagine he'll still be here at this pick. Not trading it. So we're going to go ahead and go off the board and grab Bobkov. We could grab the winger, who's listed better, but I want defense. Back Vyacheslav Bobkov, that's a name, man. 2 goals, 3 assists in 28 games played. He's B, B minus, B minus, C minus, CC. Can't use his teammate utilization, but he's 6'3". I'm just kind of interested in this guy as well. 63 games played, 16 goals, 15 assists, 52 penalty minutes. Around the same. And he's got character issues, so we're not going to bring you aboard Maxime Gravé-Chenard. That's probably as best as I'm going to pronounce that name. Gervais Chenard, I believe is how it's pronounced. I am from Quebec. You think I should be able to do it better. Some user pick. So instead of avoiding the 2nd round, you're avoiding the 3rd round this time. Yeah, exactly. I just had to. I had to go for the... I traded a bunch of 3rd round picks, I think, last year or something to get 3rd round picks that year or something like that. Because there's a lot of gems. 2 more gem players left, and they're really, really out there in the 200s, so we're not going to worry about them right now. Let's see if there isn't a full elite medium defenseman right here at 121, so we're going to go ahead and grab Soderstrom, Matthias. And then we'll grab these other gems with our next picks, because there really isn't anything else after this, I don't think. Yeah, really, really nothing. So we'll grab Malhotra here. Desmond Malhotra, great name. So what you been up to, Mr. Adam Baum? I haven't seen you in a stream in a while. Your character's actually good, and you don't even show up, man. What's the deal with that? You're here for every single shit stream that you were part of last time. Some user pick. Topi Kurvinen, that's pretty good right off the start. Julian Berard, Frederick Nordgren, Ruslav Sabrev, I guess. This is probably silent. Griffin Man. Oh my God, yes. Griffin Man. That's a great name. So here we go. This is the moment of truth where we see how much Pouliot is asking for. 94, 21 years of age. Any wild guess of how much he's going to want? I'm gonna. Sarah He's making 11. I'm gonna say he's gonna want between 13 and 14.5. Let's find out. 12. All right, 12. That's not too bad actually. 12. Thielen was pretty close. He's still over, so you don't win the Showcase Showdown. His asking price is actually 13.375. It says it right there, so I guess he didn't go over. His salary offered is what we don't have, which is the issue. We're obviously going to tender him a qualifying offer, just so he doesn't, go anywhere right away. We're going to have to make cap space for him, so we're going to have to figure that out. We also have Shane Wright's contract coming up the year after this, so that's also an issue. So we'll figure that one out when the time comes. Let's go ahead and check our unsigned players real quick. We're going to sign Duprev. We also got a really good, or Dupois, I should say. We got a pretty good prospect in the works who just jumped out of nowhere. I'm not sure if I showed it last season or not, but we'll get to it in a second. I should check my goalies as well. And be a good idea. I didn't draft the goalie this year. That just seems weird to me. Carhart's got a couple years left. Brooks, we could try to re-sign. Eastwood, who is our third string goalie. Then we have Toms, who we did sign. 68 overall now. So we don't have any cap space for these guys. I imagine they're going to want like $4 million. Only 1.925. Okay, that's not too bad. What about you, Bear? 1.175. It's not terrible. We're going to need a backup goalie, so they don't want extensions, so it doesn't matter. Just let them walk, Hero. RFAs. So we got Pouliot. We got him under contract. Schlemko, I think he had a pretty good year for us last year, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just take a look. 20 goals, 5 assists, 25 points. It's not too bad, quite honestly. I think he's playing like third, fourth line minutes. So depending on what he wants, I'll decide. He wants 1.325, and he is interested in an extension. Okay, Steen, who I believe played in the AHL last season and had a good season. He's only 75, so he's not going to get the chance to play for us, quite honestly. I'll qualify him because I like him in the farm system. Zharkov, probably release Zharkov. I'm going to release this guy too. And I'll just tender a qualifying offer to Schlemko. And then we'll check our UFAs. So it's Christian Dvorak, he's gone. Release him. Martin Kaut, you're gone. Release you. Howden, you're gone as well. Shea Theodore, probably not going to re-sign you. Quentin Hughes, release you. Avery Williams, how much does Shea Theodore want? He wanted like $4 million when he wanted the contract extension at the beginning of the season, so 2.375, nah, release you. Avery Williams, we're just going to release everybody, and we'll make our picks when we're nice and, in the free agency market. So I got to look at my cap situation here for the year. So we got Perry making $11 million. We got Roulier making $9 million. Makar making $8 million. Wright making 8, Alex making 5.5, Brancher making 5.3, Matt making 4.95, Enquist 4.7. So Enquist I think might be the odd man out here, depending on what we can get for him in return, because that's an expensive contract for an 85 overall guy, and I don't think I'm going to re-sign him next season. So we'll see if we could flip him into a defenseman around the same, and then take the cap down a bit. And then hopefully re-sign, what's his face? But what's it called is coming up, the free agency. So we're going to look at our roster depth and what we're going to need before we go forward. So we got Wright, Savage, Bachman. That's the guy I was talking about who went from, I don't even know what he went through. There's some way to check their player progression, but he was definitely not an 80 at the beginning of his progression. He also, I don't think he played any games. He played in the OHL last season at 87 points in 67 games. So yeah, he's ready. Scrivens, so we probably shouldn't have let go of Kaut, probably could have kept him around, honestly. That was a mistake, but it's too late now. Left wingers, we got Perry, Ruchin. Okay, we need a left wing. I don't think we have anything in the system. We got Schlemko, who's in the system as well, but I didn't bother checking the system for the centers. Yeah, nobody. Right wingers, we got Roulier, Wallstrom, Lee. Okay. Gonzalez as well. Pouliot. So we're good on right wing if we sign Pouliot. It's a big if. Defensive, we have Makar, Thompson, Brandstrom, Corso, Chow, who's going to come up. So it would be Brandstrom and Corso, and then we'd have Chow. So if we could get someone for Enquist role, that'd be perfect. We'd be fine there. So what we really need is left wingers, like maybe 2. left wingers, and a centerman. Okay, so before we go into free agency, we're going to actually go for the trade with Enquist and see what we can do with him. Germany. Lindsay, that might work. He's 27. 3 years left. That's $6 million. We'd have to really take down his cap for it to work, though. I should put him at what? 2.7. So $1 million cheaper, essentially, than what we're paying Enquist. We'll see if we can go 1 for 1. I figured they reject it. We could throw in a draft pick here. I don't know what we have. We don't have a second. So we have a second next year. We can throw that in, see if that'll sweeten the deal. It's still rejected. It's because we have... I'll give them the first next year. I'll really sweeten the deal. What the fuck is going on here? I put the first in and it disappeared. They're like, no, you're not allowed to trade the first. So Enquist in the first for Lindsay with half his salary. I still don't want it. They're really uncomfortable with being that close to the cap. We're about a second, like, way down the line. There we go. Got a bit of an overpayment. It'd only save $1 million, but, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for the team. So anyway, it's 13.6. We have enough to offer him 13.6, but obviously I'm not gonna offer him 13.6. If I offer him more years, he wants more money, obviously. So we'll offer him what he wants. That being the 5 years, which would put him at 26, prime age, you know, to make some real money. So we'll see if we can get him for 12 on the head. See if that's enough. And we'll see what's in free agency here. Ooh, an offer sheet. Pascal Pouliot has been tendered an offer sheet of $15 million for 5 years by the Louisville Lions. You don't have the necessary salary cap at the time to match this offer. You have 6 days to try to free up cap space if you wish to match. Because of the significant salary offered, you received the draft picks. First. That's fucking nuts. I've never seen this before in the game. You're going to remind me in 6 days. Can I be able to trade him off before that? Is that even a thing? I don't think it's possible, but let's find out. So remind me in 6 days. Okay, yeah, he's not available for trading. That's why I wanted to check. So we can't trade him. We can't afford him either, so we're going to have to take the picks. So we're going to jump into the free agency here. 83 overall. Can help out the team. Give us the extra guy. So let's see what we can get for him. He's interested. 5-year deal. I'm not interested in a 5-year deal, but we could do a 3-year deal at like 4.8. You want to do that. I don't plan on paying up the ass for any of these guys. I'd rather just fill my team out with sharp players and let my big boys do the work for me. But bring Tim Reed back on the team too. He won a cup, man. You know, he knows what he's doing. We'll give him a 1-year deal. Big 1-year deal for him. Bill wants that 2-year deal. I'll give him that 1-year deal at 1.7. I know a bunch of guys on my team that are gonna suck away space, you know, time and space from other players. 3.2 for 2 years. Let's give him a 1-year deal at $3 million exact. See if he's interested in that. And then we need the goalie. He's a bit older though, so I don't trust that. So let's go with Brooks. Give him the 1-year deal, like 1.9. Okay, Joel's aboard. Timmy's aboard. Renez is aboard. That was a centerman. Novostav accepted our offer. Okay, so there's the defenseman. Eastwood rejected, and Brooks accepted. Okay, so that's fine. We'll go with Hamill. Why not? Give him a 9.75 deal for one year. We have the Backman brothers, Backman and Bachman. Olga got 99 in passing. Jeez. And he puts up assists. Let's go with Ola Backman for a year. Let's just give him a bit of an overpayment. All right. I got to take the compensation for Pascal Pouliot. It's 4 first-round picks. Pretty crazy. Hamill accepted and sort of Backman. Okay. Some of the next season. All right, so let's check out our roster before we start the season. See what the hell is going on here. So centermans, we got Wright, Savage, Rimas, Backman, and Hamill. Backman jumped up to an 82. Nice. So that's a nice little depth for the center. I like it. Perry, Ruchin, Bachman and Joel as their left wing depth. Okay, Schlemko is back in the AHL teams. Right wingers, we got Roulet, Wallstrom, Reed, and Lee. And we'll probably call it Bachman instead of Gonzalez, or Schlemko instead of Gonzalez, because he played pretty damn well last season, and Gonzalez sucks, let's be honest. So he deserves to be up here. Makar, Corso. Okay, that'll be our number one pair, maybe. Branstrom, Thompson, Shao, and Lindsay. Okay. Nice. Good D depth, like really good D depth. We signed Novostelev just for the backup role, essentially. So then we got Hart and Brooks as our goaltending duo. And in the system, we got Toms, who's a 75 now. So we need to sign a third string goalie just in case, because shit might hit the fan. You never know. So best lines. So we got Perry, Wright, and Roulet back to this dream line. Then we got Bachman, Savage, and Wallstrom. So as we know, Bachman has that 99 passing ability. So hopefully he's able to set up Matt or Wallstrom. Wallstrom can put the puck in the net, so we'll see what it may be. And we got Tyler Ruchin, who's become a staple on our team recently. Kerry Renez and Marcus Lee, then Blanchfield, Bachman, and Reed as our bottom line. So this should be a decent bottom line, hopefully. We don't know what Bachman is about, so we'll see, I guess. But we got Branstrom, Makar, Thompson, Corso, Lindsay, and Shao. So Peyton Shao getting his first action. He's already 85 overall, so I'm expecting big things from him as a defensive defenseman to be able to shut people down. And then in nets, of course, that's not what I meant to do. In nets, of course, we have, for some reason, Carter Hart is the backup. Don't know why that is. Fix that. Not today, game. Not today. Oh, at least they kept it. Okay, I thought this guy was up here for some reason. So yeah, now we're good. All right, so let's get a month in here to see how this new look Iceland team does for us without Pascal Pouliot. All right, so an 8-3-0 start to the season. Hell of a good start. Alan Corso got injured for like 2 weeks. That kind of hurt the D, but it's all fine. Only 9 points for Jason Roulet. Usually starts off over a point per game, so what's going on, man? You coming shit on me? He's got 9 points. So does Wallstrom, though, which I was like what I like to see. Lee's got 9 points as well. He always starts off strong in the first month, I swear. Like, dominates. Thompson with 8. Matt Savage with 7. Wright with 7. Ruchin with 6. Perry with 6. Renez with 6. So it seems like all like the new guys are putting up some decent amount of points, too. Very mixed roster, you know. Everyone's chipping in, which is nice to see. How our goalie's doing? Carter Hart with 9.43 and 1.69. Pretty damn good. JC Brooks, not great, but not everyone can be Carter Hart, right? We'll check where we are in the standings. First in our division. What about the conference? First in the conference. Same amount of points as Switzerland, but we got a game at hand. Germany right behind them. And at the bottom of the world in the first month is Egypt, China, and Japan. Let's check the North American Conference. Cincinnati Gorillas, Wisconsin Bucks, Newfoundland Whalers at the top. And at the bottom is Halifax, the team that just won the Cup, Alabama, and California. 17-8 after November. Carter Hart got injured around here, then came back around here, then got injured again. Concussions. That's why we pick up the third goalie, always. Because Carter Hart, his brains are scrambled. Jason Roulet now over a point per game. 27 points in 25 games played. See how everybody else is doing. So if everyone is continuing their same strides. Shane Wright got a hell of a lot better with 25 points. Serge Perry, 25 points. So the big guns came out to play. Oliver Wallstrom with 20. Matt Savage with 19. Respectable. Alex Thompson with 18. Marcus Lee with 16. Still putting up the points. Ola Bachman with 15 points. 13 assists. You know, that's what he's there for. Put those assists in. That's why we signed him. Joe Blanchfield cooled down a bit. Peyton Chow with 4 points, which is fine by me if he's a defensive defenseman. I wish these guys were better plus-minus, though. I don't like seeing these low plus-minuses. These guys haven't played yet, so we'll check out the goalie stats. Carter Hart's in 930. Thomas has played one game, and he showed real good promise, so that's good. I like to see that. Let's check where we are in the standings. Still first in our division, over by 4 points. How about the conference? Still first in the conference by 4 points. Good to see. Switzerland and London right behind us. The bottom is still Egypt, France, and Spain. Over in North America, it's Wisconsin, Utah, and Cincinnati, Louisville right behind them. So it seems like the acquisition of Pascal Pouliot's paying off. Alabama, Hamilton, and Halifax down at the bottom now. It's 23-14 after December. A couple injuries again, but nothing too crazy. None of the Carhartt, so that's nice. So it looks like Switzerland's taking over the top spot. Shane Wright almost had a point per game now, 36 points in 37 games played. Jason Lee a little bit off, he's missing some points. Serge Perry way off. Oliver Wahlstrom putting up good points, so is Matt Savage still, so that's good to see. Let's check out our goaltending stats. Carhartt with 940. Nabokov apparently has taken over our secondary role. I guess what's his face fell off a cliff or something. Got sent down. I have no idea what happened, but he has better numbers so far. So interesting. Did they decide to throw J.C. Brooks under a bus or something, or did he get injured? I wasn't aware of it. I'm not sure. But let's go to all skaters. I want to check out who's leading the league in points here. Entire game, we got Jay O'Brien. Remember him? He was a fucking monster for us in the last one. Dean Boynton as well. So it looks like Switzerland's got some heavy hitters right here. Clayton Keller, Gilbert Briere, and Omar Nieuwendyk for the top five. Let's check out the goal scorers. Raphael Goulet, Boynton, and O'Brien all at the top here right now. Assists. Go to Nieuwendyk, Juan, Merkley, Keeping, and Van Allen. Okay. And let's check out the big hitters so far. Licht. Christoph Licht with 95. I feel like checking out the goalie stats. I'm kind of interested in seeing Lorenzo Galchenyuk is anywhere up top he is. He's got a 9, nothing too crazy. 9'11", 269. Nothing like Carhartt, who's seems to be the best goalie so far this year. So as long as he doesn't get injured again, knock on freaking wood, guy gets injured every damn time. So we're second in our division now. Switzerland's taking over. We do have many games at hand though, so that will probably be us, and then Sweden behind us. At the bottom of the west or the world is France, Spain, and China. And at the top of North America is Utah, Wisconsin, and Louisville. Goddamn Louisville. Pascal Pouliot. Didn't see him on the top 10, so that's nice. Alabama, Houston, and Baltimore at the bottom. So a bit of a back and forth month. A lot of losses at the beginning, but we kind of battled back at the end, and we're 30-21 now. Don't think we're going to be in the top of the division, unfortunately, but hopefully we'll be somewhere around. Jason Riley still leading our team of points, 51. 51 points in 51 games. Boy's a point per game addict. We got Shane Wright and Serge Perry right behind him. Marcus Lee's having himself a hell of a year on the fourth line with 34 points. Freaking guy. Oliver Wahlstrom with 32. Alex Thompson with 30. Matt Savage 29. Go ahead and check the goaltending stats. Carhartt still having a good year. Nabokov putting up decent numbers, so I guess can't be too mad about it. They got rid of J.C. Brooks for no reason. Yeah, we're on top of Japan. Okay, nice. By 4 points. We had a pretty lackluster month, so I'm alright with it. World Conference, we're on top of the world still. I'm surprised by that. 60 points. It's a 4-point lead over Japan. We got the one game over London, so London and Japan right behind us. Finland, Egypt, and France at the bottom. And North American, we got Wisconsin, Utah, Quebec. Louisville almost falling out. I hope they do. And then we have Alabama, Houston, and Hamilton at the bottom. So we'll simulate up to the trade deadline. We'll see what we're going to do. We have all those picks, remember, so we could make a big splash if we wanted to. If we can find something that will help the team out, we'll do it. So after losing 3 straight, we decided to go on a tear and win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row. These 2 without Carhartt as he got injured again. So we're at the trade deadline now, 38-17-8 on the season. I'm going to go ahead and check. We're still top of the division by 10 points. Do we even make a trade is the main question right now. Jason really has 63 points in 63 games. Shane Wright with 60 points. Serge Perry with 50 and 59. He's still putting up numbers, but for a franchise, 23-year-old, 93-year-old, I wish he'd put up better numbers. Marcus Lee's still putting up a hell of a season, man, with 17 goals, 26 assists. He's a minus player, though, but still crazy. He's putting up those numbers on the fourth line, or third line, I think he's on, actually. Great third line player, that's for sure. Just gonna check out the goalie stats. Carhartt, kind of fallen off a bit on that month. Tom's didn't play a game, so it looks like Nabaka played back-to-back and played well for us. It's good for him. Let's check where we are. We know we're first in our division. What about the conference? Yeah, we are. Germany are behind us, not right behind us, but behind us. Sweden behind them. London fell off a bit that month. Madrid, Finland, and China at the bottom. North American Conference, we got Wisconsin still on top. They're having a hell of a little bit of like a franchise themselves, you know. Not quite able to win it all, but you know they got to the finals. It would have been back-to-back years if the game didn't crap out on me the first stream we did last week. Newfoundland Whalers, Utah Royals. At the bottom, we have Houston, Alabama, North Dakota. Where is Louisville? They're sitting in 8th right now with a pretty big gap, so they're probably going to be in the playoffs. So I might get rid of their first-round pick since we are at the trade deadline. So let's see what's out there and see if there's anything that could boost our team. Brock Besser for a 1-year deal, you know. And I'll throw in, what's his face as well, the rookie skater. Chen, I think it was. That was the one I'd actually give them. That's about as good as you're going to get. You're going to get a first and Chen for Besser. So if you don't want this, then we're not making any trades. And they took it. So Tom's Slemko went down. Oh, great. We got Japan in the first round after beating Russia and having a 51-win season. Brock Besser on the team, as we all know. Let's see who led our team in points. 91 points for Jason Roulet. Hell of a year for him. 82 for Wright, so 82 for 82 for Wright, as he has a contract coming up next year. Serge Perry was 65. Oliver Walsh with 50. Marcus Lee with 50 points. God damn, Marcus. Cal McCarr 48. Brock Besser 45. Matt Savage at 44. You know, not too shabby. Let's check out the goaltending stats. See how Carhart finished the year. 928, 216. You're not going to win anything with that, Carter. Check out the AHL. Tom's played 30 games. 914, 267. Not too shabby. Check out our skaters. Scrivens at 51 points. Steen with 50. So Scrivens is trying to make the big club next year. See if he gets any better. Go ahead and check the overall. Finished at the top of our division. Perfect. 102 points on the year. Switzerland way behind us. We dominated the West. North American Conference, Newfoundland. Louisville finished in 5th. Halifax just squeezing in. And the worst teams in the league were Houston, Australia, and Spain. See how far Japan was? Like, they're 76 points. Saskatchewan was better. North Dakota was better. California was better. BC was better. But they still squeezed in. Quebec and Baltimore, these North American Conference teams are better. The West was so weak this year, apparently. So that means it should be an easy road to victory for us. But we'll have to wait and see if that is actually the case. Let's take a look at the playoff tree here. Got Switzerland versus Sweden, us versus Japan, Germany versus London, and Egypt versus Russia. Over on the North American side, you got Utah versus Alberta, Wisconsin versus Cincinnati, Louisville versus Hamilton, and of course Halifax versus Newfoundland, as it is like every damn year. Biggest rivalry in the world of hockey. So the first series is always the toughest to win, I find. I believe we're healthy. I should probably check before we jump in. But you never know what happens in the first series. It seems like we always either go out or we go for a long run if we don't go out in the first series. So we got Perry, Wright, and Roulier, Wallstrom, Savage, and Besser, Ruchin, Renez, and Lee, Reed, Bachman, and Blanchfield. And then defensively, we got Corso, Makar, Chow, Branstrom, Thompson, and Lindsay. So we are missing somebody, I think. Unless the Corso just got better than Branstrom. That's what the deal is. Okay. Okie dokie, so let's see what the future holds for us. Well, there won't be a three-peat, but can we win 3 trophies in 4 years? First game goes to us, beating Japan 5-3. That's what I like to see. Second game also goes to us, beating Japan 3-1. Marcus Lee's been injured with injured elbow. That's not good. April 25th, so he's out for the rest of the series. 3-1 win. Doesn't matter so far, as the sweep might be happening against Japan. And nope, no sweep here. NHL regular season has ended. Oh, they're looking for the reverse sweep. Is Japan? Ah, too late. They got 2 wins out of us, but not enough, as they have been officially eliminated. Marcus Lee should be coming back at least for the 3rd game, we'll say. 2nd game, okay. So we got Switzerland's in round 2. The Goats. Over Wallstrom leader team of points with 6 games played. Let's check out the 2nd round here, see who moved on. So we got Switzerland beating Sweden in 6. We beat Japan in 6. London beat Germany in 6, and Egypt beat Russia in 7. So we got Egypt in London, and Iceland and Switzerland. On the North American side, Alberta destroyed Utah 4-1. Wisconsin just squeaks by Cincinnati in 7 games. Louisville just squeaks by Hamilton in 7 games. And Halifax just squeaks by freaking Newfoundland in 7 games. So we got Louisville versus Halifax and Wisconsin versus Alberta. All right, so round 2, Switzerland. They took over that first spot from us for a bit at the middle of the season. So let's see if they can have a bit of fight in them as well in the playoffs. Smith Reed has been injured with a sprained ankle. Okay, so he's out till May 3rd. So he's out for pretty much the entire series. Marcus is back though, so that gives us some more depth. Won the first game, lost the second game. This 3rd game's a big one. First game in Switzerland, and it's a win by us. Okay. Can we do back-to-back wins? Yes, we can. All right, so we're moving on to the World Finals again. Back-to-back years in the World Finals, and look who it is. It's the goddamn London Dragons. So it looks like they made quick work of who they were facing. It was Egypt, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Shane Wright leading our team now, 12 points, 12 games. So it's a rematch from last year. This is the team that ruined our three-peat, the London Dragons. We won 4-1 over Switzerland. They won 4-2 over Egypt. Over on the North American side, Alberta beats Wisconsin 4-2. And Halifax sweeps Louisville 4-0. So Halifax trying to go back to the finals as well. So we got Halifax versus Alberta and us versus London. Let's go ahead and see how this pans out. Will we get our revenge, or will London be the kryptonite of the bird? Let's find out. 2-0 win to start. 3-2 win. Back-to-back wins. That's good to see. 3 straight wins. Alex Thompson injured with a groin issue May 16th. So he's out for a couple games anyways. We'll see if a couple is the rest of the series. No, there's a sweep. There's some revenge for you. So we got Halifax. 12-3 records each team. As we got the revenge on London, now we're looking for that 3-time champs. Shane Wright leading our team with 14 points now in 15 games played. So it looks like both series were relatively quick ones. Halifax making quick work as well. Yep, 4-game sweeps, both sides. So now we got the battle of the 2 champions, essentially. The champions that feel like they were wronged by London in the last series, and the champions of last year in Halifax. So who is the superior team? Will it be the Halifax Mariners, led by former Bird, Gearfalcon, and Zach Moffat, or will it be the former champs, Iceland Gearfalcons? Let's see what it is. First game goes to Iceland. Second game goes to Halifax, but third game goes to Iceland. Big time 4th game here goes to Iceland as well. So Iceland has a chance to end the series right now at home. Will they pull it out? Will they be the 3-time champs? Let's find out. Ruchin scoring real early in the game, 2 minutes in, to give the lead to the Iceland Gearfalcons. Make that 2. Tim Reed scoring on his former team, the team he won it all with last year, as he's come back-to-back championships now. He was a former Iceland Gearfalcon as well, Tim Reed, before he went over to Halifax. So he's a well-seasoned veteran. You know, he's got that salt and pepper on his ass. Ooh, Pierre-Luc Dubois, not Pascal, goddammit. Pierre-Luc Dubois scoring, but that gets answered right back by Shane Wright, making it a 3-1 game. And then Matt Savage making it a 4-1. Goddamn, boys. You're not playing around. Putting on the hurt against this Halifax squad. Outshooting them too, 23 to 18. Looks like those big-time acquisitions may have panned off with Brock Besser. He doesn't really seem to have scored, but you know, that depth really helps. When you can move a guy that shouldn't be on the second line, and then put on someone that's definitely a good player, it's going to help out the team. So just over 5 minutes left until this game is over, and we're going to raise ourselves another cup. All right, under a minute until the Iceland and Gear Falcons raise their third cup in 4 years. Oh, there it is. It's coming home, boys. Ripping it out of the cold, dead hands of the Halifax Mariners. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark that as 3, boys. 4 years, 3 cups. Don't get much better than that. I'll tell you that much. So I'll mark Joel Blanchfield's first cup. As we brought him over, he's been a journeyman. We brought him over, and now he's a Stanley Cup champion, or World Cup champion. Sucks to be you nerds. First time we get to see Halifax, too. We've never seen their jerseys before. You guys thought you could be 2-time Cup champions? Nah, you got to go through. To be the best, you got to beat the best, and you ain't the best. That title belongs to Iceland.
As you shake hands at the end of a series, you see the players say a few words to each other.
Hey, it's Zach Moffat, the traitor.
And yet some are just congratulating the winners on an excellent.
Look at him going through the team. He's like, "Damn it, guys! I should never have left." But he had to leave to become to flourish. He's a big fish in a tiny pond over in Halifax. There's Carter Hart doing what Carter Hart does, winning Conn Smites.
There's always a little bit of an odd feeling when the Conn Smythe Trophy is handed out.
There's the big boy. There's the real hardware. Shane Wright going to lift this for the 3rd time in his career.
And that will come next.
Oliver Wahlstrom now also another World Cup under his name. Peyton Chow, his first year on the team. He's already got one. For the 3rd time, don't get no better. Captain Shane Wright. Contract year, so he's going to be expensive.
That picture will be the first one that you see. It will also be in his home in a prominent position, I imagine. A moment he'll never forget.
There you go, Marcus.
As long as the Stanley Cup has been presented on
a hell of a year.
And then the players have made a victory
he deserved to hold that one up.
As to how the cup is handed off. Nobody really talks about it. It just organically happens. But everybody knows there's a seniority to the way that this 30-pound trophy is presented player to player.
Another Butte on the team, always putting up the points and being a plus player, leading minutes in defense, I believe we picked him up in free agency, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been a trade. I can't remember. I don't think I drafted him. It's been a while, so it's hard to remember. There you go, Carter. Another cup to your name. Sure about Hall of Famer right there.
In what would be his last Stanley Cup
hey, look, it's Matt.
Wayne Gretzky gathered everyone at center ice for a team picture.
Look at that. Who's that orange-haired guy? He's creepy looking. All right, who retired this year? Sean Couturier with 1,500 games played, 1,139 points. David Pastrnak with 1,130 points. Philip Forsberg, Sean Monahan, Mika Zibanejad, William Karlsson, Jacob Vrana, Nikolai Golubin, Travis Konecny. All these guys playing over 1,000 games. Jonathan Drouin, Danton Heinen, Sven Barchi, Alex Tuck, Anthony Duclair, Arturi Lehkonen, Jacob Trouba, Drake Caligula, Olli Mata, Maximilian Kamara, Only played 539 games, but put up 364 points. Pretty impressive. Josh Morrissey, Josh Anderson, Dominic Cahoon, Sonny Milano, Will Butcher, Kasperi Kapanen, Darnell Nurse, Andrew Magnapine, Nick Patan, Ryan Pollock, Madison Bowie, a lot of names. Jack Roslovic, Tyler Bertuzzi, Benny Malgin, Derek Pouliot, so on and so forth. About goalies, Connor Hellbuck, that's a big name. So is Matt Murray, Alex Nedeljkovic, Tristan Jarry. Some big names there on the goaltending market. We are the World Cup champions, winning in 5 games, proving who the real deal team is in the world of hockey, and that is the Edison Gare Falcons beating the Halifax Mariners, the previous champs, and not just beating them, but destroying them, quite honestly. There it is, the Stanley Cup, or the World Cup, going to us. Jay O'Brien wins the Art Ross, Jason Roulier with the Heart, James Norris goes to Gru, Lady Bing to Abramov, Sobrev, Sabata, I guess that's how you pronounce that. God damn, that's a really annoying name. Wins the Collar, Consummate to Carter Hart, Oettinger wins the Vezina, Connor Wallachuk with William Jennings, Bill Masterson goes to Tillett, Heischer with the Frank J. Selke, wow. It's funny how the only person that's ever dethroned Ecker is Heischer. Ted Lindsay goes to Jason Roulier, and Maurice Richard to Goulet. So who led Alabama? Austin Matthews with 56 points. He's fallen off, Nurmi and Purcell. Jeez, he doesn't really have much help. Alberto Elkings with Newhook, Swift, and Hakkarainen. Baltimore Beast with Pedersen, Blick, and Stranges. It looks like Tommy Blick left Alabama. Interesting to see that. China, Lundstrom, Sergeyev, and Lavoie. No one breaking 60 points there. Yeesh. Adam Rice, Zadina, and Nicholin for BC. Cincinnati got Lambert, Steele, and Generous. 2 guys over 70 points. It's not too bad. Caulfield, Pierre Zabatolo, and Nick Merkley is a pretty good top line for Cincinnati. Czech Republic Elise had McDavid, Kachuk, and points. Well, the old man squad, they're going to be all retiring soon, and that team's going to fall off a cliff. Cody Glass, Tolvin, and Zykov for Finland. France had Tomasino, Yamamoto, and DeBrusk. McKinnon, Volchenko, and Acton for Germany. McKinnon with 67 points. Dubois, Moffat, and Marner for Halifax. Pretty good top line there. Hamilton had Zegras, Lafreniere, and Rice. Both these boys getting 74 points apiece. Houston with Jack Hughes, Hutchinson, and Calder. No one breaking 60. Yeesh. Iceland, as we know, we had Jason Roulier with 91 points, Wright with 82, and Perry with 65. Pretty big gap between the 3 of them, honestly. Italy, Pissarro got Makinen, Suhonen, and Kairu. Makinen with 75 points. Japan with Gunler, Ecker, and Randall. No one breaking 60. London with Cyphers, Kingsley, and Kostopoulos. No one breaking 70 there. Denisenko, Van Allen, and Pouliot. 3 guys over 70 for Louisville. And there's Pouliot getting 71 points. So not better than his counterpart, I don't think. And Perry, but still some decent points. He helped out the team, that's for sure. Madrid, Spain, Henry Backer, Heischer, and Medvedev. I like how Heischer won the Frank J. Selke with a -24. I have no idea how that works, honestly. Egypt with Frolov, Raymond, and Rossi. Newfoundland with LeCavier, Tutu, and Patrick. LeCavier with 84 freaking points. Patrick Laine, Boldy, and Byfield for North Dakota. Still putting up points, those guys. Quebec with Mackey, Glencross, and Gruy. Russia with Apple, McAvoy, and Blast. Jeez, Russia has bad 44 points. Kachuk, Chabot, and Thomas for Saskatchewan. Sweden got Gilbert Gilbert Briere, I should say, keeping Kerslak. Briere, a hell of a year, 27 years of age in his prime, 82 points. Switzerland with Jay O'Brien, Boyton, and Juan. Boyton might be on his way out if they can't afford him, though. Too bad, because that's a hell of a season for both these guys. Australia with Booth, Reinhardt, and Draisaitl. Utah with Goulet, Newendijk, and Ackerman. These guys just continue to dominate point-wise, but can never get past the first round in the playoffs. It's the modern-day Washington Capitals. Wisconsin Bucks, we got Keller, Aho, and Smithson. Keller having himself a hell of a career as well, 92 points. All right, so let's check out the entire league, see who led in what. So most goals, as we know, went to Goulet with 53, Makinen with 49, Roulier at 47, Boynton with 44, and Smithson with 44 in the top 5. Assists, Newendijk with 76. The guy, dude, just puts up numbers. 62 assists for Clayton Keller. Keeping with 67, Van Allen 58, and Fraser 54. And then point-wise, we have Jay O'Brien with 92, Keller with 92, Roulier with 91, Boyden with 88, and Goulet with 87. And then let's look at Mr. Pims. Mr. Pims is Randall, followed by Savage with 168. And Mr. Hits goes to Matt Tkachuk with 199 hits. Damn, dude. Big boy. Oop, forgot to check out the goalie stats. Let's do that real quick. That's not what I wanted. Player stats, thank you. Goalies, that is what I want for all teams. Please and thank you. Alright, so the best goalie in save percentage was Oettinger with a 9.33 and 65 games played. Pretty damn impressive, man. Goals against average goes to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with pretty much 2 goals a game is what he'd usually give up, which is pretty crazy, man. Carter Hart not too far behind with 2.16. But Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, hell of a goalie in this game, that's for sure. So let's check out how you guys did. Corey Rice with the 35 goals, 33 assists. A little bit of a downgrade from what he had last season, but still good. Adam Rice, 33 goals, 35 assists. 1 year left on his deal. See if he goes somewhere else. Chad Kingsley with 38 goals, 24 assists. Got 3 years left on his deal. Myself, 8 goals, 10 assists. Pretty much a down year for me. Jason Roulier, 47 goals, 44 assists. Farnsworth Bentley with 8 goals, 29 assists. I think he just signed a new deal for $9 million. Good on you, Farnsworth. Zach Moffat with 41 goals, 21 assists. Goddamn. Alex Thompson with 8 goals, 36 assists. Putting in a little bit more puck in the net this time. 24 goals, 20 assists for Matt. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Tom Blick, 86 overall, 35 goals, 24 assists. On his new deal with Baltimore. Mike Lozada with 25 goals, 19 assists. Signed a new deal as well with, that's Tom, with North Dakota. He's got 6 year, $3.925 deal. Dave Savage, 16 goals, 13 assists. 1 year left on his deal. T-Long, 13 goals, 15 assists. Still playing in Alabama. Callum with 22 goals, 21 assists in Italy. Cam with 20 goals, 28 assists. Seems like he's fallen off a bit now. Marcus Lee with probably his best season so far, 50 points, 20 goals, 30 assists, and another cup to his name. Vince playing in Baltimore, only played 31 games, 2 goals, 7 assists. I don't know what it is with you, Vince. I'm sorry. There's your $1 million contract. Timothy Reed with 9 goals, 11 assists. Another cup as well. John Harley Quinn Olive, 4 goals, 12 assists. Gianni with 8 goals, 17 assists. Joel Blanchfield played 82 games, 14 goals, 6 assists for 20 points. Cup as well. Gonzalez played in the NHL, so who cares? Phil Leger played 76 games, 24 goals, 48 assists for Beijing. Pretty good. And we'll check out our goalie stats. Drew Franklin signing in Baltimore. New team for him. 9-1, 9-2-4-8, 5 shutouts, and a 7-year, $4.865 million deal. Pretty damn good deal considering he jumped to a 91. And over in North Dakota is Doc Campbell now. It seems like he moved. Got himself a new deal at $10.2 million. Jesus, Doc, man, you're making money. All right, so that's it for another edition of the World of Hockey. Hopefully it saves the VOD on Mixer because this was a really good year, and I hope it doesn't screw me out of it. So until next time, Hero Club for life 2.